let's now move on to our next segment, and this will be the Android 13 Beta 4, the final beta of Android 13 before the final release. And so, looking back at Android 13, the first developer preview that came through back in February. So, I'm looking at this, and it's a little bit different from the other ones that we've had in the past. Like Android 12, for example, we had 4 developer previews. For Android 13, however, we only had 2. We had it in February, March, and then the first beta came through in April. As for Android 12, the first beta came through in May. That's during Google I/O of last year. Now, have any of you jumped on this beta yet? I know Samsung is about pushing it out sometime this month, maybe next week. Samsung would be pushing out the beta for the Samsung phones.
Wait,
No, I haven't.
us in Canada will never see the beta for Samsung. They have a tendency to release it to the States, but they have never released any betas up here. So I don't have the joys.
Well, but I think that Samsung, though, because they kind of have been getting onto things earlier than before. So what that tells me is that hopefully, maybe this year, though, the final beta, or not beta, the final release or public release of Android 13 may actually come onto Samsung phones in October, because last year, I think it was either November or December that they brought the Android 12, the public release of Android 12 on some Samsung phones. So I'm thinking, Samsung keeps making good on its things, and I'm thinking this year it's most likely that the public Android 13, based on UI 1, UI 5, would be available in October, or maybe toward the end of October. I'm almost positive that would be.
I'm kind of hoping, because I would love to see the new features in Android 13. What I'm seeing so far, I'm liking. But historically, maybe I'm a little jaded, but Samsung has historically been a little slow on releasing, especially for here in Canada. We tend to get the updates on average 1 to 2 months later than most other regions. Not really understanding or sure as to why that is. But I would fully expect to be receiving Android 13 probably in January this year.
Yeah, and that would be fine too, though, even if you don't get it on time, but at least maybe by January you get it. I think that will still be good, because, remember, it used to be that Samsung used to take a long time to do that, but they've improved a lot. And so I think we probably should give Samsung a little bit of credit, shouldn't we?
Oh, yeah. They've been making huge strides.
They have. They have been. And I'm happy about that. And to be honest, sometimes it makes me like, hey, I think I want to get a Samsung phone, because those guys have really improved, and most especially with this fact that, hey, you're going to get up to 4 OS updates. Google can't touch that.
Yeah, they can't touch this.
No.
I've now got a song going through my head. Can't touch this.
Okay. A good one. Fee, I hope we don't get
Yeah, we can't get copyright.
We're doing Can't
She
Touch
was very,
That.
very, very off tone, so we're safe.
I don't think so. But I think little few second long bits aren't usually I don't think they'll be coming after and battering down our doors over me singing it for about 4 seconds.
Yeah. So based on what we're seeing and the fact that this is the final beta of Android 13, do you guys guess that we may see it in August? Because I remember that the first OS iteration that came early was Android Pie, Android 9. I think it was released on August 6th. And having this timetable, of course, everything gets blamed on COVID. So it could be that, hey, we're not going to release it till, September or October when the Pixel 7 comes out. But given what has happened here and reaching the final beta early in July, like what they have, it's possible that we could see the final public release of Android 13 in August, maybe toward the end of the month or September, or if they want, they could hold it till October. Because I remember, I think it was in 2018 when that Pi came out, and even the Galaxy Note 9, I think came out rocking that Pi because it was released early. Does anyone remember that?
Yes, because I actually went and bought the Galaxy Note 9 when it released.
Yeah, it came with Pi.
Yes.
And
What time of year was that? I can't remember.
It would have been
in August.
August.
Yes.
You
That
see,
was
I'm
in
just
August.
trying to imagine an Android Pie because, I mean, you can have an Apple Pie, can't you?
Well, you can have a robot Pi.
So if you had an Android Pie, would it be like in the shape of a phone, but thicker? And what would you put inside? I don't know. There's a thought.
It is some kind of berries. I don't know. Something.
You'd
something
have to have
cool.
it with chips, of course.
Oh, I love the chips. I don't mind those in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so Android Pie was released, on August 6th of 2018. So it would not be surprising if they release Android 13 beta. No, not the beta.
I don't think it'll be.
The final release in
I don't
August.
think it'll be. I don't think it'll be as long as October. I hope not. Anyway.
So I'm kind of wondering because I'm seeing a little bit of hinting. I'm wondering if Google's not going to release Android 13 along with the Pixel 7 in approximately the same time frame as Apple launching the iPhone 14. Because I'm looking at both platforms and they're both sitting very equal as to where their statuses lie for both hardware and software. So I'm going to say we're probably looking mid to end of September for launch of both the Pixel 7 and Android 13.
Yeah, so see, Google has not been, consistent, like saying, hey, this is the month that we will do it, because it used to be like September. I mean, that last year, Android 12 wasn't released till like October. It was just not what we were used to. But of course, everything, how it is, COVID just ruined everything. And so everything got blamed on that. So we'll see what happens. But I'm kind of having my gut feeling says, probably the Android 13 final release maybe next month, maybe toward the end of the month, or it could be, September, or Google would just wait till when they're announcing the Android, Pixel 7 to just, release it, because the Pixel 7 definitely is going to come with it. Now, I see the Pixel 6a, which would be, start selling on the 21st of, no, was it 21st? 28th. What? You remember what day it was? Here I'm prepping to get it for the podcast, but I don't remember which date, either the 21st or the 28th of this month. And the funniest thing is that this thing will be coming out with Android 12, and yet in the same breath, Android 13 is just right here. So why are we releasing this thing with Android 12 when Android 13 is like knocking at the door, let me in? But of course, it has to be because it will be in line with the regular Pixel 6. So both could be coming out with, saying, hey, we have both coming out with Android 12. So they'll be on the same OS updates. And I think that's Google strategy.
But maybe they don't want to release the 6A at the same time as the 7, so that's maybe why they're doing that now. I mean, if I were Google, I would want to try and release the new flagship phone before Apple, try and beat Apple a bit. But I don't know. I'm not Google, so who knows?
Well, traditionally, the A series used to be released during Google I/O, and I think the first time that we didn't get that was during the COVID years. And so, like I said, the COVID thing has just messed up everything. The schedule is out of whack, and it's not what it used to be, or else, usually all this A series phones. Usually get released during the Google I/O. I'm thinking back on Pixel 3a, which started the A series, and Pixel 3a was announced. When was it? 2019 during the spring, during the Google I/O. Yep. Because the
And did they
main
have another one in 2020 during that as well?
Yeah, we had the 4A in 2020.
yeah, there we go. We had the 4A in 2020, and then the 5A in 2021.
So
So
the 4A, when did that come out?
in 2020.
Yeah, I know, but when?
I think it was also, it was not during Google I/O. It was
was
a little bit
later.
late too, yeah.
Oh.
Because of that COVID thing. But I'm not sure. I don't remember, because I know I have it. I bought it the very first day it became available, but I'm not sure if it was during Google I/O. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, Warren, it might have been during Google I/O, and then it arrived at your house, and it stayed on your desk for such a long time before you realised it was there.
Well, I'll be.
But then you thought it was late because it had just been on your desk for weeks and weeks.
It was hiding under my desk. That's
Yeah.
what happened. Yeah, so we're looking forward
But
to it.
for new listeners, this is an old joke about Warren's phones and things that sometimes he doesn't realise have arrived on his desk for ages.
It is terrible, isn't it? It's like my Samsung watch that I got from Amazon last year, and I didn't know that thing was there. So I told Amazon I haven't seen it, so they refunded me, and then I found it and I called him. I said, "Hey, it's here." So and they said, "We'll give you a gift card." So they gave me a $50 gift card, even though.
That's funny.
Oh my gosh. My wife was telling me, "Oh, it's been sitting on your desk." I said, "I didn't know that." Such a clutter.
You obviously don't clean your desk very often.
I'm terrible. Now, to be honest, from that day on, though, I always check my desk to make sure all my mail is taken care of. It's amazing.